Right, on to matters leadership and corporate governance now. The Breakfast Club Africa brought together business leaders in Kenya with an aim of fostering collaboration and mentorship. Well, our business reporter Noah Kipkemboi joins us now with the details. Good to see you, Noah. Over to you.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Malika. When you speak business, at the center of business is leadership, because there has to be somebody who's leading the way, issuing the duties. Leadership is very instrumental for any organization to prosper. Now, for the economy of Africa to prosper, we have to focus on corporate leadership. Apart from, of course, political leadership, corporate leadership is very key to prosperity of the corporate sector. And someone is taking that intentionally, meeting here and meeting with leaders. Right now I'm joined by Dr. Martin Odwor, who is the court facilitator for Breakfast Club Africa, to expound for us the importance of matters leadership when it comes to the corporate sector. So, starting off, Business Club Africa, the main intention behind this meeting is what exactly?
Thank you very much, Noah. Today we are hosting a conference here in Nairobi, which is called the Made in Kenya Leadership Conference. The host of this conference is Breakfast Club Africa. Breakfast Club Africa is an organization which is a member-based organization, and the members are leaders who are intentional about growing their leadership, becoming better at leadership for their organizations. We also have a session that is looking at opportunities and challenges for private equity funded companies in this, and how leadership can help those companies grow and become better.
Just recently, the PricewaterhouseCoopers released the CEO's outlook for the year 2020, and for Africa, CEOs, on the African continent, their biggest concern was policy change. Yeah, apart from the right skills and getting the right team to work, especially in the age of technology. You speak about technology, artificial intelligence. It's very hard right now to get people with the right skills. So, are you also addressing the current situation, and do you have goals? Maybe by the year 2027, is there anything measurable to achieve after these particular meetings?
So this meeting is a series, is a continuation of other discussions and deliberations which we have. What we are trying to do here is to connect leaders so they can engage in these conversations, they can learn from one another, they can look at what has been successful in organizations which can be adopted by other organizations. They can look at topical issues and innovation, things like the fourth industrial revolution, and issues such as those which are impacting business today and in the future. Issues such as policy, regulation, and the impact of those on businesses, on organizations, are also some of the items that we're discussing. But as you know, discussion in its own doesn't necessarily is not the end result. It's the outcomes, what happens after this. So the action planning that is being generated through the learning labs that we have here is what's going to matter.
There's the issue of young people, because in Kenya, actually, the average age, they say Africa is the future, and is normally based on the youth, yeah? And in such forums, when you talk about leadership, oftentimes young people, they feel a little bit, sidelined, because, people have to establish themselves, and you find people in leadership sometimes they're not that young. So for the young people, especially in the corporate sector, how can we boost the numbers? How can we encourage that even through this particular forum?
You'll be surprised that actually the average age in the forum here is quite low. I'm not typical of people who are inside the room behind me here. Every month there's an hour of coaching that our coaches provide to young people, to upcoming leaders, and even to established leaders, because the ground is shifting every single day. There are new issues popping up every day. So how do you learn to cope or to grapple with those kind of issues? And that is the whole essence of our club. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate you taking your time to speak to business today.
Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, sir. All right, so there you have it. Leadership. very important, very instrumental. If you want a thriving corporate culture, then it starts with the leadership. And through BCA, they're taking intentional efforts. And this is a challenge to the whole business community. Can we create environments where it's not only people working themselves up, but also taking time to nurture each other to become better? And in effect, ripple effect, we become a better country at the end of the day. Over to you, Malika.